Hi everybody, welcome to the Nameless Show. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Lance. You know what day it is.
My name is Marcus Suzuki. My question to Lance and Nathan is, how do you ask a girl out?
Marcus, that is a great question. I think the simple answer is don't ever ask a girl out because they're dangerous.
You never want to date a girl. Don't do it.
What if we just ended the video right?
Alright, that's it.
Don't do it! It's a bad idea.
Alright, that's a wrap right there.
They fight.
No, well, I think it really depends, like, who this girl is, you know? Like, what is she capable of?
There's a lot more to it than just the level of, I like this girl, I'm going to ask her out.
Is she trained in, like, martial arts? Or, like...
Is she a rocket scientist?
Yeah, or just, like, a regular scientist.
Or a book writer?
A book writer, yeah. The pen is mightier than the sword, so she can kill you with her writing ability.
Can she save you if you were drowning?
Yeah.
Drowning?
Yeah, wait, so what you're saying is, should we even, like, do you even want to date this girl?
Right,
like,
exactly.
Are you just asking her out because she's pretty?
First question is...
Because that's dumb.
First question.
Really shallow.
Why do you want to ask her out? Think over that. Don't just, hey, I met you today.
And this
Let's
is crazy.
Yeah.
But here's my number. Call me maybe. No, that
I'm
wasn't
not gonna do that.
maybe. Sorry. I don't want to reject you in front of the viewers.
Well, thank you.
Lance
I
breaks
feel great
down
for
and
that.
dies. Wait, what? It's actually funny because I've never actually asked a girl out. Like, I've dated girls, but I've never, like, been like, hey, you want to go on a date with me? That's just, like, never how I've done it. It's always been, like, we become friends, and then we're like, oh, we like each other, and we've been hanging out a lot, so we should probably date, right? And then we date.
We got distractions galore today.
Neighbors are pretty crazy.
The neighbors upstairs, there's furry creatures. They sleep with me every night.
Oh, that's gross.
He has cats and they live upstairs. We don't have furry neighbors. That wasn't at all what that was supposed to sound like. At all.
I'd say the next thing past that is, other than does she like you, are you compatible?
Yeah. I mean, we're still like on the assess whether you actually want to ask this girl out because
Right.
you might be killed if she's a ninja. And so you really want to...
Or she may let you drown the next time we're at the park.
Do what to you?
Drown.
Drown, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if she's a lifeguard, she might let you drown.
She might shoot a rocket at your house.
Wait, or a rocket. If she's a terrorist, she might shoot a rocket at your house. Pro tip, don't ask out a terrorist.
So you're dating Jackie, right?
Jackie the terrorist?
You know she's a terrorist.
Oh. Wait, is that what that joke about blowing up my entire family meant?
Yes.
I thought she was joking.
Yes.
Like, call my parents right now and they're gone.
Durka.
That's really racist. I would never make a racist comment. I'm far above that.
So yeah, first thing, figure out if you're compatible and the reason why you want to ask her out. And
then you got a game plan for how
then
you
you have a game
approach
plan.
it.
Like, how are you going to approach it? Are you just going to casually walk up and say, hey, we should go out? Or, will you go out with me?
Hey, we should go.
Never. Number
That'll
one.
work.
Never ask a girl out over text. Or email.
I've asked both of my girlfriends out over text.
We have a girl clapping here saying yes. Never do that. Over the phone, maybe. Depends on how well you know her.
If you have a good radio voice, ask her out over the radio.
This is KXTL calling. We'd like to ask you out on a date.
I can't even imagine like asking someone else. Like, you know, they listen to that radio station every morning on their way to work. So you like plan for their DJ to ask her out for you? Or do you just like plan to show up and like be there at the morning show?
I would say that'd be a really interesting way to ask somebody out. Get onto a radio show. Make
But how
sure
would you
she's
wouldn't-
listening.
You wouldn't know what she said until like after work though.
Or she called and said,
Or-
yes!
That'd be really awkward though, because it'd just be like awkward silence and the DJ would be like, well, hopefully she says yes. Now back to our music.
You ever been watching or listening to, was it 102.7 in the morning?
My antenna on my car doesn't go up, so I don't think I get very good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You haven't been here for that long.
Yeah.
You know Ryan Seacrest, right?
I've
Right.
heard of that
The
guy.
host of American Idol.
Oh, yeah.
He does that one show in the morning on 102.7. He always does a segment of like giving a rose, and people will call in to see if their boyfriend or girlfriend or wife, husband, whoever are cheating on them.
What?
Yeah, and what they'll do
Why is that okay?
and they'll call up the person and say that they're so and so from this flower company, and they've been selected to give a rose or a bouquet of flowers out to somebody else they're choosing.
Oh, dang.
And they just want to see if they'll choose their wife or the girl or whoever it is, or if they'll choose somebody else.
That's so sad that we actually have a station that does that as their entertainment. That people are actually like able to find people who would just send roses to other people.
And a lot of times the guys will give it to the wrong guy, the wrong person.
Well, maybe it was the right person.
Sad for them.
I would give it to my mom.
I would,
because I don't have a girlfriend.
I would.
Also, I just think that'd be
Because you
nice.
emailed all the girlfriends you asked out.
Yeah, because I text all the girls.
That reminds me, Nathan does this really interesting thing.
I do. Which interesting thing?
Roses with napkins.
Oh, with roses.
Yeah.
Oh, I asked. I told you about this. I didn't
You
tell
told
you,
me, but not
I
you
didn't
guys.
tell you about this. So
some of you may know are friends, but
Okay.
the rest of you.
Yeah. So I have this thing where I'll make like, I can't do it right now because I'm a cripple, but I like make napkin roses, and they look like roses, so they're pretty cool, right? And so I like jokingly ask waitresses out a lot, and it's pretty great. But there was a super pretty waitress at the sushi place we went to, and she was like,
I haven't met her, by the way. I wasn't there when this happened.
but she was, and she was like the hostess one. Like she wasn't actually the waitress, so she was like welcoming people in because it was kind of fancy. And so like I saw her and I was like, and so we like walked to our table, but then we didn't like really see her. But she like walked by a couple times, to, like ask if we needed things. I don't know. I didn't know what her job was. But then so I made these napkin roses and I wrote her this poem, and then I went in like because I actually like was like, oh, I should go on a date with her. But then when I handed her, she's like, oh, I would if I was single. But my girlfriend, and then I was like, oh. And then I was like, well, if I was single, then I would probably want it to. And then she's like, oh, haha. And then, but it was like, it was funnier if you were there.
See, I also went out for sushi with a few of my friends a couple years ago,
Oh.
and it was one of those all you can eat. They just charge you $2 a plate, whatever it is. Yeah, but it's like
Is that legal?
Well, no, you get like 3 pieces.
Where
of
were
sushi
they getting
on
this
each one.
sushi?
You get like 3 pieces of sushi, sushi
pretty
on each plate.
Sushi.
New word.
Tamagotchi.
And they had a cute hostess there. And after we got done eating, I went up and I'm like, hey, my friends and I were talking, and they said I should ask you out. She's like, oh, that's sweet, but I'm kind of seeing somebody. Kind of.
What an excuse. Oh, yeah, I think I have a boyfriend. Maybe. So I'm just gonna have to say no.
I would say, after you come up with the game plan of how you're going to ask her out, you could always try and figure out what you're going to do on the date. Instead of just saying, hey, would you like to go out sometime? Would you like to have coffee? Maybe you'd be like, hey, let's go watch a movie together. Or, hey, there's this great thing happening next week.
Or like my uncle owns a bungee jumping company, and I was thinking we could like jump off a bridge together, and that would be a really good bonding experience.
Actually, that would be interesting with skydiving.
First date skydiving. How much do you trust someone? Let's go skydiving, you know?
But
YOLO.
if you're like the skydiving person, like the person who actually does it,
The instructor.
going
You get
going
pretty
tandem.
intimate in that skydiving life. If you're into that,
One of my clients from my normal job, my normal day job,
you know, my real job.
flies helicopters. He flies airplanes, helicopters, and all that. We're gonna go up and do aerial photography one of these days. And he let me know what the cost would be if I was to do something more than just a 2-seater for the day. And that's actually one of my plans for either one of the dates or for
Did the engagement
like engagement date
proposal
would be it.
helicopter proposal. Oh, dude, my friend, like dead serious. He did this thing because he was learning how to be a pilot when I was at school, and he has this girlfriend he dated for like 4 years. They were like super cute and they loved each other, and they were gonna get married after he graduated. So when he graduated, his plan was to like take her up in this plane and then like fake an engine stall and then land in like an empty field and have a picnic basket ready and like propose to her. And so he did it, and they're married now, and it's pretty cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There was a TV show, Bob's Burgers. They had something like that where the flight instructor, the wife and the kids went on the plane ride for the day, and the guy did that for every single woman or every lady that came on. He faked the stall of the aircraft, and they landed on this island, and he faked that it was broken and everything. And she ended up just getting pissed off with the kids and rowing back to shore.
Rowing back.
Or at least started rowing back to shore.
Rowing back. Does she have to row back in? Did she like make a boat?
No, I think there was a boat out there for some reason. I forget what.
She just steals someone's boat. I'm taking this. I'm not gonna wait for you to fix your stupid plane. Me and the kids are headed back.
But yeah.
Don't ask out girls. It's bad.
Yeah.
It never works.
Either don't do it or go full steam.
Don't do it or do it really well. That's our advice to you.
Yeah. So compatibility, make sure that you really want to date her. Figure out why you want to date her. Check compatibility. See what she's into, what you're into, all that stuff. And come up with a really good game plan. And remember, don't do it over text or over email or Facebook message or any of that. Phone is okay if you know her really well. Otherwise, if you can do face-to-face action, that's actually the best.
Face-to-face action.
All right.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Remember, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing.
Please
follow us on Twitter.
Even if you hate our show, like we just need help.
Send in more of your video questions for us to answer the best way possible.
Or the worst way possible.
And we will catch you next week.